Hello and welcome to the Fortunes Global News coming to you on Fortunes TV Kaduna. I am Fatima Hassan Baba with the news, but first the headlines. Tinubu says Nigeria won't disintegrate under his watch. CBN says Nigeria's 8-month debt service will hit $2.86 billion. Pengasan suspends strike. And on foreign scene, World Health Organization says 42 dead in latest Ebola outbreak in DR Congo. And on sports, FIFA appoints Egyptian officials for Nigeria and Benin Cracker in Uyo. Stand by for this and more. President Bola Tinubu has declared that Nigeria will not disintegrate under his watch. This is just as he asked Nigerians to stop talking about the country in the negative tone. Tinubu spoke on Wednesday while unveiling the renovated Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts, formerly known as the National Arts Theatre in Lagos. The president had in July 2024 renamed the edifice the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts in honor of the Nobel laureate. The renovation of the center was funded and overseen by the Central Bank of Nigeria in collaboration with the Bankers Committee. Nigeria spent a total of $2.86 billion servicing internal debt in the first 8 months of 2025, according to the national payment data from the Central Bank of Nigeria on Wednesday. This accounted for 69.1% of the country's total foreign payments of $4.14 billion in the period. In the same 8-month stretch of 2024, debt service stood at $3.6 billion, representing 70.7% of total foreign payments of $4.33 billion. The figures showed that while the absolute value of debt service fell by $198 million between 2024 and 2025, the share of debt in overall foreign payments has remained persistently high, with about 7 out of severely $10 leaving the country used to meet debt obligations. The monthly breakdown highlights the volatility of Nigeria's repayment schedule. In January 2025, $540.67 million was spent compared with $560.52 million in January 2024. A fall of $19.85 million or 3.5%. February 2025 recorded $276.73 million, slightly between the $283.22 million in February 2024, down by $6.49 million or 2.3%. However, Nigerians have expressed concerns over the proposed new tax administration called the Tax Identification Number. The Nigeria Tax Administration Act was signed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on June 26, 2025, and it has raised concerns amongst Nigerians. The tax reform measure by the government bettered the TIN, which the government says will be needed for financial transactions, Executive January 2026. TIN was proposed by the present administration for effective tax payment to complement the National Identification Number for payments come 2026. Troops of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army Sector 3 Operation Well Stroke, in conjunction with operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), have arrested 2 fake police officers with 2 trucks loaded with cannabis. Acting on credible intelligence, troops alongside NDLEA personnel intercepted and apprehended 2 fake policemen at Takum Junction in Wukari local government area. The suspects, who were dressed in mobile police uniforms, were found with 2 Toyota Hilux vehicles loaded with substances suspected to be cannabis. The Acting Assistant Director, Army Public Relations, 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, Jalingo, Lieutenant Umar Mohammed, said a preliminary investigation revealed that none of the occupants are serving policemen. Moving on, after an initial stalemate, the federal government finally brokered peace. Moving on, after an initial stalemate. Moving on, after an initial stalemate, the federal government finally brokered peace deal in the dispute between Dangote Refinery and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan. And with the truce, the union Wednesday announced the suspension of the strike. In a statement at the end of the meeting, Minister of Labour and Employment Dr. Muhammad Megari Dingai. Moving on, After an initial stalemate, the federal government finally brokered a peace deal in the dispute between Dangote Refinery and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan. And with the truce, the union Wednesday announced the suspension of the strike. In a statement at the end of the meeting, Minister of Labour and Employment Dr. Muhammad Megari Dingyadi informed the meeting that unionization is a right of workers in accordance with the laws of Nigeria, and this right should be respected. After examining the procedure used in the disengagement of workers, the meeting agreed that the management of Dangote Group shall immediately begin the process of redeployment the disengaged staff to other companies within the Dangote Group with no loss of pay. Jigawa State is steadily positioning itself as Nigeria's emerging hub for data palm production. It is blessed with a unique soil composition that allows date trees to produce fruits twice a year, unlike many other countries where harvest comes only once. Findings have shown that the state is leveraging on this natural advantage to drive job creation, boost internally generated revenue, and diversify its economy. For Jigawa State, date palm farming is more than an agricultural pursuit. It is a deliberate strategy to tackle unemployment, discourage irregular migration among youths. And now to the foreign scene. An Ebola outbreak declared in the DR Congo in early September has caused 42 deaths out of 64 confirmed cases, but the risk of its spreading in the region is moderate, the World Health Organization said on Wednesday. Health authorities in the Democratic Republic of Congo 2 weeks ago began rolling out a vaccine program against the often fatal virus. The highly contagious hemorrhagic fever has killed some 15,000 people in Africa over the past 50 years, the deadliest Ebola outbreak in the DRC between 2018 and 2020 killed nearly 2,300 people. Last month's vaccination campaign followed the announcement of a resurgence of the disease in the central province of Kasai. And now to the sports. The World Soccer governing body FIFA has confirmed the appointment of match officials for the highly anticipated 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. Egyptian referee Amin Mohamed Umar will take charge of the group stage showdown scheduled for October 14 at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in New York. He will be assisted by his fellow countrymen who will serve as assistant referees and fourth official ensuring an all-Egyptian officiating team on the pitch. In addition, Ghana's Prosper Ado has been named as the match commissioner for the encounter. The match promises to be a pivotal one as Benin currently sit top of the group with 14 points and a superior goal difference, while Nigeria are determined to close the gap and strengthen their qualification hopes. And that's it on the Fortune's Global News Update. To end the news, a recap of the major headlines. Tinubu says Nigeria won't disintegrate under his watch. CBN says Nigeria's 8-month debt service will hit $2.86 billion. Pengasan suspends strike. And on foreign scene, World Health Organization says 42 dead in latest Ebola outbreak in DR Congo. And on sports, FIFA appoints Egyptian officials for Nigeria and Benin Cracker in Uyo. And that's it on the news for the hour. On behalf of the news editor Musa Alhaji Muhammad, I remain Fatima Hassan Baba, thanking you for investing your time.